So we know we should fade this.
Try that. It's absolutely lovely.
What is it?
Just a mint
Green tea?
Just a mint tea.
Oh, smells minty.
Peppermint, yeah. It's lovely.
Tastes like water.
It is water.
I know, but it's not minty enough.
What do you mean it's not minty enough? It's a mint tea.
Yeah, but I want extra strong mint.
What, tree ball?
Yeah.
Tree ball tea. Like blow, like frozen breath, like Superman. So a question for you.
Okay.
How important are the three words know, like, and trust to your business?
Oh, to anyone's business, I'd say.
Any business.
Yeah, anyone's business.
How important is know, like, and trust?
Right. So first off, they've got to know you to do business with you because they don't know you exist.
Correct.
Then they've got to like you because, I mean, we rarely do work with people we don't like.
So I still work with you.
Yeah. All right. Thanks. And then the trust issue, to continuously do business with someone, like, I'd say I'd have to trust them.
Yeah.
I trust Apple. Like, I trust Amazon, but I don't trust all their sellers on there. So then you have to, like, maybe add a little bit to the flowchart of some research and reviews, testimonials to just fill in your knowledge gap. But yeah, it's I think it's been packaged up over the years. Like, you read a lot of business books, and it's been
I do.
It's been sort of morphed, like KLT at the minute. You talk about the trust mountain.
That's part of this. So that sort of follows on from the know, like, and trust. So friend of ours, Chris Watkin, who's massive in UK.
Hates being called an influencer.
No. Chris Watkin, UK property market influencer. Chris has adopted the sort of know, like, and trust, and he's actually expanded it a little bit further into what he calls the trust mountain. And so he's looking at it from a content perspective and how you can front load effectively those conversations and start thinking more seriously about how you move from phase to phase. And he looks at it not in isolation, but in that kind of in a mountain or a pyramid sort of structure where you initially have to make content or be interested in your community.
Have them be interested in you.
To allow
Yeah.
Yeah, so making...
Or vice versa, actually.
Yeah, so you at the bottom level, you have information that you've sort of gone and found out about your community. You've taken an interest in your community and your area or your field of expertise.
So say I'm in engineering or fashion or property, for example.
Yeah.
You're saying I need to make content that's interesting to those people, not about me, although I'm in it, but it's give?
Approximately 80% of your content should be content that is give content. So content that gives advice or support or information. Educational stuff, that's right. And only 20% should be get content, so selling stuff, right? So if you're take it from a property perspective, because it's easy, because we know it, right? Yeah. So 80% of content should be stuff about the local area, about the local housing market, about the local rental prices, about local business, community, events, all that sort of stuff. 20% should be, here's a house I've got to sell, here's a house I've got to let.
Yeah.
So you're not always selling, because people hate being sold to.
They do, yeah. We love buying stuff, but they hate being sold
weird,
to.
right?
Yeah.
We're consumers.
Yeah.
We love buying stuff, but we hate someone coming, like when you're in a shop and you just want to have a look round and someone's, can I help you? No, you can't help me. If I wanted help, I'd ask.
I've always wanted to say, I've got this weird thing on my back. Can you just have a quick look for me?
Yeah. But it goes back to, so when we're talking about know, like, and trust, Chris Watkin, UK property market influencer, he's devised a sort of broader pyramid, or we call the trust mountain. And it has trust at the top, like in the middle, and know. But underneath that, it has two layers, which are content that allows people to get to know you before they know you, right?
Troy Malcolm.
And then underneath that is you taking an interest first. So every action, in order to get to the top of this mountain, you first have to take an interest in your local area, in your local business community, in your local schools, or in a broader sense than just what you're selling.
Yeah.
And then start making content that is of interest to people within those areas. And then once you've found those people, they will become interested in you because you've made content that's of interest to them. Once you've done that, they'll start to know you. When they start to know you, they start to like you. And when they like you, they start to trust you. And every business decision, every business relationship is predicated on trust, whether it's your friends or whether it's your business colleagues, or whether it's a customer-client relationship where, a customer relies on us to do a thing. Like, you can see that as an example, right?
Very much so. I mean, like, even a salesman in a shop, like you were just saying there, if you don't feel like you get that nice vibe off them, or you don't trust them because they're just trying to upsell you on those alloy wheels on a car, for example, then probably not going to make that purchasing decision.
No, I think that's key, and I think that's the key when you're looking at visual content. You know, if you bring it back to video from a content perspective, the key part is to find things that fit brief, and finding things that are building that value and building that trust. So if you're going to make content for your audience,
we're talking quite long game here, aren't we?
Well, it can be long, but it can also be medium term.
Quick wins.
But if I mean, there's a guy, Vaughan Schofield, who's a Belvoir franchise owner in Wrexham. He's been on the podcast, and he talks about adding video content into his business and how quickly that had a step change from a marketing perspective. You know, and he, over the course of about 3 months, saw a significant change just in that personability. He talks about the fact that people get to know you before they know you. And he was being requested by name off the back of the video content. It's the guy on the Facebook.
Can you send the video guy?
That's right. It's the guy on the Facebook video is going to come and do the appraisal. Is he going to come and do the valuation? And when he walked up the garden path, it was, oh, hi, Vaughan, thanks so much for coming out. And the nature of that conversation has changed because of that. Getting to know you, then they like the content, and then they trust that you're going to be the expert in that.
Yeah, and there's still probably talk about price or fee, or, you know, whether it's a rental or a sales property, but that's a lot further down the list because someone's already decided that they're probably going to do business with you. Start off small, Dave Brailsford, marginal gains, make a video about yourself with your face on it, introduce some educational, like you said property, market report, market insight, average property price, average rental price in your area of town. But start putting your face to your brand, even if you're scared of doing video, because other people aren't film critics like we are because we're in the business. But, you know, they're just thanking you for providing information that's useful. And I think the more and more they see you, I mean, you always say, if Ant and Dec, we bumped into him in town, or Phil and Holly off the telly, I feel like I know them a little bit.
Yeah.
I think by being semi-local famous in your area, people will start to know you, like you, because most humans are likable. And then that trust comes where they think, yeah, I get where this guy's coming from. And like you said, with your 80/20, he's given me loads. I almost feel that I should at least have him round to, you know, value my house as one of the 3 you get round. So it's not a guaranteed win, but I think you're missing a trick, aren't you? You're missing a trick.